right, Kelly, hello, and thank you so much for connecting and being willing to share your experience. So we have worked together and it's been an amazing journey. I want to have you share your perspective. So we'll start with you, if you wouldn't mind sharing what life was like before we started working together.
In a nutshell, it was dark and painful. So I had a lot of changes, major life changes, plus some family major health scares. And after all that change and the crisis was averted and I had done all that I needed to do, I was empty with these empty moments and this downtime, and I was left feeling very sad, very fearful, and that manifested in like physical pain, hair loss, rashes, weight loss, insomnia. So it was a difficult and dark time.
Yeah. So sorry to hear that, but happy to hear things have changed. What was it that had you decide to work with me, if you don't mind sharing? Because I imagine a lot of people are experiencing what you were then as well.
Well, I mean, just a little background. I had been on some medication, which I told you, and I had been working with a cognitive behavioral therapist and doing some therapy, and I had made some strides. But I was still withdrawn. And what happened was my ex-husband called me and said the kids wanted to spend more time with him because it was hard for them to see me struggling. And I knew that that was true. What child wants to see their parent in distress? So even though I thought I was doing everything that I could, I knew I had to do more for my kids' sake. I just didn't know what that was. And I was on TikTok. I saw your videos and you said the buzzword rapid and transformational. That's exactly what I needed. I needed something to transform me quickly. So I started doing research on that. I started doing research on hypnotherapy. I read your website and I thought you had a cool vibe. So I reached out.
Awesome. And what has your transformation been like? What are things like now?
Well, first of all, my experience was surprising. Of course, you're always hoping for the best, but when you do something new, you don't know what to expect. And I just want to say that, you know, the relaxation recording, the primer, the way that we spoke before the first RTT session and you laid out what would happen, prepared me for hypnosis and for the changes that we were working on. And because of that, I have much better coping skills. I feel like, you know, life is going to throw me hard times. It throws us all hard times. So when that happens, I feel like I can cope with them. And when things are uncomfortable, I don't feel as stuck. I know that this discomfort is going to gradually get easier for me. So it's a lot less scary.
Yeah. And isn't that we all need? I mean, the only certainty is uncertainty,
Right.
but it's that uncertainty that can get us to spiral and just go off into a really dark place instead of just, you know, being able to know like it's not going to be like this forever. And there is really beautiful light at the end of the tunnel. So.
Right. And one other thing that I think through working with you, I have gained perspective, you know, maybe why I react and how I react that way, how and why. And so having that knowledge makes the discomfort a little bit less. It's still, you know, it's still there and it's going to be a practice, but knowing why that happens and employing the techniques that you and I have spoken about has helped me. And each day I'm getting better and more successful and in practicing those. So thank you so much.
You're so welcome. And thank you for sharing your experience. And I hope that it reaches others and helps others who are there too. And like you said, there is no, you know, magic pill or anything that we can take. If there were, I think we'd all be like, oh, I'll take the blue one.
Yeah.
But there's not. But there is. I always say that you are the best author of your life, and you can go read a self-help book, but really when you're doing that, you are seeing how that author helped themselves and hoping to take that and apply it. But that seems to be the block in the area where people are stuck. So then it can even feel more self-defeating. So I always say you are the best author of your own life, and understanding yourself and why you do the things that you do, and making that internal change that reflects externally. And
Yes.
done that amazingly well. Wonderful.
Well, thank you. And I feel like through working with you, I feel that I'm healing from the inside out. I feel more powerful. I feel more connected with my kids, and they feel more connected with me. So I do hope, I know that you can help women, and I hope that they reach out to you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Kellie. And any other final words? I think you've done an amazing job sharing your experience.
Nope, I just, it's been great and transforming for me and my kids. So thank you.
You are welcome. And thank you. We'll chat soon.